iPad, select it, and then you should come to this screen here. You're going to hit a plus under projects to create a new one, and you are going to choose the movie format, not the trailer format. When prompted, you're going to choose the simple version that we are going to use for our template. Hit create. Now we need to add all our base video, which should be, in this specific case, you talking at the camera. So I put all of my videos in Google Drive from when I took them because I used my phone, and then I downloaded them onto my iPad to the camera roll. And then in this list here, if I click video and all, you can see all those selections. I can highlight the ones I want, hit that little down arrow, and it will add them right into the editing toolbar down at the bottom. So I need to do that for all my different clips. Put them in the order you desire for your final video, and then we can start working with other elements. One thing I added was sort of a title screen, so I drew this in paper 53 and then added it as a photo right before all my video clips. So here, if I tap one of the video clips, I can trim it by sliding that thick yellow bar either to the left or to the right to get rid of sections I don't need. You can also see the editing toolbar appear below on the screen. By selecting the scissors, I can then move the cursor into different video sections, and I can actually split the clip into pieces, or let's say copy, paste, delete, that sort of stuff. Just move the cursor, the white line, to the section where you want to split the clip, and hit split, and you'll have two different sections. The next tool looks like a speedometer, and it controls the speed of the clips. Be aware though that if you speed up a clip where you're talking, if you speed it up too much, you'll end up sounding like a chipmunk. Here, you can control the audio, so you can say how loud you want your recording to play or how softly, or maybe mute it altogether. T allows you to add text or little subtitles. Splitting clips is helpful because then you can tell the text to only show up for a little while and then disappear. You have lots of different fonts, and you can choose center or lower to see where it's going to be positioned on the screen when it is done. Lastly, you have different filters just like Instagram, so you can change the tone of the video clip. In between the different video clips, you're going to see these boxes with these weird little symbols. These are your transitions. You can choose how fast they are or what type of transition you want to go in between your clips. Remember, you can use Google Drive to store videos or images and then choose Open In, and then you can select to save the image or save the video to your camera roll to access more media. Let's talk about how to add video on top of video so we can have different clips playing while you're still talking in the background. Select a clip, highlight it in the clip selection stage. But instead of hitting that down arrow, you see the different boxes down at the end. Hit those three dots, and then those three dots will open up a new menu. So what'll happen is you'll see a picture over the picture, a picture in the picture, a little tiny one, or a split screen option. With video in video, it means that your underlying recording keeps going. So the you talking will keep going, but then other clips will pop up while you're talking. So they could either cover you entirely or just pop up near your head to highlight key points that you're talking about. The main underlying video is the thicker strip of video on the bottom, and then any things that are going to pop up as a video, now they must be in video format, are those little shorter thin strips above it. If I tap on the little short thin strips, see how they highlight yellow? That allows me to edit them. So I can trim, I can chop them up, I can drag and drop them into new spots if need be. So all my normal editing capabilities are there as well. I don't want these new clips to take over my video. I only want them to pop up for short little brief bursts. So it's key that I drag and drop them so that they align with where I'm talking about that subject in the main video. If you're choosing to do picture-in-picture, video-in-video with this little pop-up screen like the newscast, see that it actually brings up a little editing toolbar. So if you click on the clip on the lower right of the edit, you're going to see a little cross section that looks like two sets of arrows and a zoom in kind of magnifier. This allows you to reposition and drag and drop that pop-up where you want it to appear on the screen, and you can zoom it in to show more detail. So here I've repositioned the clip so it fits more nicely in the screen and added text to highlight what's going on. Remember, anytime a clip is highlighted in yellow, it means you have editing capabilities. Or you can press and hold and drag and drop it to where you need it to go. Be creative. Try different things. You'll find many different options in iMovie. My last editing step is to add audio. So if you go to audio, I use the little theme music clips that come preloaded in iMovie. If you insert them, like you would any other video clip, you can put them, you'll see them in green right below your video. Now, like anything else, they can be chopped into sections, which is really helpful because sometimes you want the music to be loud and sometimes you want it to kind of fade off a little bit. So here's how we're going to do that. Click on the audio clip, the green section, and move the white cursor to the section where your title ends and your video of you talking starts. Here, if you highlight the clip in yellow, as seen, you can split it into different sections. For the section underneath where you're talking, if you click the little microphone or the little sound speaker, you can actually turn the volume down on that section so it's barely audible behind you speaking. And then you can add nice fades. So if you hit the fade selection on the bottom right, these triangles will pop up. You can move them inwards and you'll see the shaded section pop up. That means that at that point, the music will either fade in or fade out to make a softer transition. Here you can see there's not a lot of bars on the green tab. That means that I've muted the audio or turned it down really low. I'm going to move to the end of my video again and split the clip into one last split. From there, I can do just like at the beginning and turn up the volume and add a fade in and fade out to make a nice crisp finish to my video that's really creative. My last step is to hit the back arrow and to go to this My Movie screen. Then where it says My Movie, I can click and change the title, 7A Recipe Example in this case. If I choose the box with the arrow going out of it, then what I can do is I can export it to either my camera roll or Google Drive. Remember that you should definitely check out your storage beforehand. So go to your settings, go to General, like here, and then try to find a usage on that list. If you click on that, it'll tell you how much free space you have. You need a certain amount of space available to be able to send the document or the project around successfully without corrupting the file. If you don't have that much available, if you hit Manage Storage, you can see where you're losing space and can delete old things that you no longer need. Photos and videos take up the most, so double check that first. Remember, any submitted project or things that you backed up in Google Drive can probably go. Once you upload to Google Drive, remember that you won't be able to see the video right away. It needs time to buffer. After 10 minutes or so, you should be able to see a video instead of the little orange clip in the box. Then you should always double check your project, make sure it plays successfully, make sure the audio is all there. Watch it one time through before submitting it to your teacher, following their instructions. Great job, and thank you so much for taking a look. Gracias, hasta luego.